lost track a little bit, but sorry.
No, go for it. I just wanted to make sure we were recording so that those that missed can watch the
That's what
replay.
that is.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was saying that Jose and I got a chance to meet with people from Miami and people from San Marcos, California. Jose did a great job of networking with those faculty members, and I think there's interest from both campuses to expand, and so hopefully we can get students from those areas. That'll be kind of cool to have from both East and West Coast.
Yeah. And then Dallas, did you get to talk to Dallas at some point too?
Yeah, we had talked to faculty from Dallas end of last term, right? If I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, so to follow up on that, the Miami actually followed up with, I'm assuming who would be like the leader of the Miami campus or the Miami chapter today. So I'm thinking that'll be the first one that gets established relatively quick here.
Very nice.
Hoping to meet with them by Thursday or Friday of this week.
I should have 2 names for you from the St. Augustine campus by the end of the week, and that'll be it. That'll be all 5 campuses. Then just be a matter of filling out all the paperwork and submitting it. Like I said, our goal was to get all 5, doing their paperwork and going through the process like you guys did, by end of the summer so that they're ready to go by September. I think September 1 has to be our hard deadline for folks, because I think October 1 is when they actually push the paperwork through.
Yeah,
so if anybody needs help with the paperwork or anything for the formalization process, our doors are open from now until about, September 1. And that gives us a full month's worth of cushion to say, hey, even if things get screwed up or you get stuck or you need help, we still have a month to kind of fiddle around to make sure. Because again, our hope is to have all 5 campuses up and running by, October or November, whenever they decide to okay it, so that January of next year, we can start the fundraiser from January until October, November. And then you can announce the quote unquote winner in December.
And do you want to shed light on this fundraiser idea?
Yeah, we can talk about it. So, luckily, through, some pretty decent relationship building and networking, we've been able to kind of work with one of our last guest lecturers, and Chris Gronkowski, and his company Ice Shaker, which is, I have mine almost at all times now. Protein shake bottle. He's got a bunch of different sizes, colors. You can put your logo on it. I don't know if you guys have been following, but Gronk has really been pushing the new one, the big gallon jug or whatever, right? But Chris has been, a really good mentor for us, and he's been a guest lecturer now, and he wants to work with us on creating a fundraiser where each campus, each B.E.P.P. SIG on each campus will work towards selling a bunch of ice shakers throughout the year, utilizing different marketing techniques and sales skills and things like that. And the campus that sells the most ice shakers will end up getting the pot of money, where half of that money will go to the charity that they establish at the beginning of the year. And the other half then will go to their treasurer and the funds for them to use as they wish for the next year. So I think it'll be a neat little competition / fundraiser to kind of bring awareness, to how to market and sell. Because again, at the end of the day, a lot of everything we do is selling, whether it be selling a plan of care to our patients, whether it be selling our business and our model to the community, or whether it be selling ourselves to our future employees or employers, I should say, right? You've got to know how to sell. It's life in general. It's good to know how to sell stuff. So, I think that'll be kind of a good little test. And you guys can, like I said, kind of meet however often you feel necessary. You can come up with your own ways on how to pitch and sell ice shakers, to friends, family, clinics, coworkers, whatever. And whatever tips and tricks and tools that you use throughout the year and you feel really work, I think it would be neat to kind of have a end of the year meeting where we talk about, who the winning campus was and some of the techniques that they saw that really worked when it came to selling, and generating revenue. And then some of the techniques that didn't work, right? Hey, we tried this and this was a complete failure, right? Totally cool. Nothing wrong with failure, right? It's just a learning experience. So I think that would be very helpful as well. We could have all the groups talk about what they did and what they felt worked and what they felt didn't, and then, like I said, now would be a good time as these other campuses start coming on. It would be a good time to start thinking about what charities we want to represent. And I think it would be neat if it was kind of local. Each campus kind of had their own local charity. Something, for us, obviously, something in the Austin area would be neat, but it doesn't have to be. Obviously, it can be a big national one if you want. If there's a group that you guys feel you're really passionate about, I'm all for it. So at the very least, just start brainstorming about the charity that you want to represent. And then, at the end, Chris said, he would be glad to come down and donate one of those big checks to the winning charity and stuff like that to help support you guys in any way he could. So
No, that was really cool. And we can start kind of getting together and figuring out what charity our chapter would be interested in messing with. But I had actually, because we have Ian here, who's our treasurer.
Mm-hmm.
Ian, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. So we also have Sean here from the sports SIG, and I feel like Sean is just like a valuable asset. So Sean, can you because we still haven't really received funding or kind of started that process yet for the SIG. Is there any way you could shed light or point us in the right direction for that?
Yeah, there's what I can do. I can send you the documents to both you, Jose, and then also CC Dr. Bizama and Dr. Fiel on it. But there's a whole policy list on like what you can use funding for and can't. Obviously, school has some stuff. It's not like we can just start blowing money at the bar or something like that. But every trimester they give an allotment. So when we initially started it, there wasn't that many SIGs. The allotment was bigger. But since all these SIGs have started growing, the allotment got a little bit smaller.
That's all right.
So,
I'd rather have more SIGs and less money. We'll come up with our own money, but
yeah,
it's still very cool to be, any money at all.
Yeah, but it's just simple paperwork that you need to fill out for a request. It gets sent over to the student affairs. They take a look at it. As long as it doesn't fall within like the prohibited list of stuff to buy, then you can get it. So like some of the stuff that Steve and I bought was like all the soccer balls and basketballs and stuff like that. That's at the campus now in the library that you can check out. That was from our funding from one trimester because it resets every trimester. So the amount that you need. So
and it's a use it or lose it type scenario, right?
Oh yeah.
So I would recommend we use it.
Yeah.
That's business 101 right there.
Yeah.
Use the funds.
If you can get that to me, Sean, I'll forward that to you, Ian, and we can start that process whenever you can.
Yeah. Yeah, please do.
That sounds good.
Thank you very much, Sean.
And then like next topic for next week, we're gonna have Dr. Josh Funk from Rehab to Perform, who was just like awarded Innovator of the Year. So I feel like that's gonna be a pretty big meeting right there too. If everyone involved kind of wants to share that with your friends and your cohort, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, he's going to talk a little bit about scaling a business. He just scaled his clinic from 1 to 7 in a matter of like 2 years or less. The guy's an animal. He's a beast. And his brother just won the Super Bowl too with the Rams.
Oh, yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah. He got to go to that, the Super Bowl and stuff, had a pretty good week. But also he helped out a lot with PT in the Community, which is the volunteer opportunity at CSM every year. And he was really helpful in running the generic exercise and stretching program for the homeless shelter that we went to the first day. Well, we went all 3 days, but he started it on the first day. I think he led the second day too. I don't know if he was there for the third day, but just super nice guy, super smart, and really out there on social media, just, killing it. I mean, he is the epitome of consistency, which is a huge when it comes to scaling a business and, being successful with a business. So look up Dr. Josh Funk on all the socials, and you'll be able to find him pretty easily. Rehab to Perform.
And really, that's all that we kind of had to update. We also had some interest in someone on our campus starting up a geriatrics special interest group. So I'm kind of going to meet with someone, help them out there. So if anyone present is interested in that, I can kind of get you guys in contact too if you have any interest in pediatrics. But that should be a new SIG that'll be on our campus as well.
Geriatrics or pediatrics or
Oh,
both?
what did I say? I said pediatrics. I should have said pediatrics. My bad.
Yeah,
I think
you said
both.
both. So
Yeah.
well, I know a professor that happens to specialize in pediatrics, so I can definitely send him over your way.
Yeah, I should be able to take care of that this week.
Yeah, thank you, Jose, for reaching out to that student.
Vince.
I think it'll be great to either way, just be great to connect. And yeah, let me know if there's anything I can do to support the process for them as well.
I think one of the other things too that we should kind of touch on is, as far as these business meetings go, how often do you guys want to meet like this to talk about the, events and things, the status of the SIG and all that? It doesn't have to be often. I think, my thought originally was once per trimester, but then also once in December to talk about like the winner of the, fundraiser, the charities, what worked and what didn't. So we could probably figure it out and squeeze it so that there were 4 meetings a year, right? 3, 1 per quarter, and then a fourth in December before everybody left for break, like early December. So, but hopefully not getting anywhere near the finals or anything like that.
Right. No, I like the sound of that, kind of space it out so we have like enough content to kind of digest and discuss when we do get together. And maybe with that separation, a lot of people can attend.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
And then
anyone else?
I mean, it's, like I said, it's your guys' group. So whatever you guys think, I'm all for. I'd love to hear, pros and cons for more or less, whatever you guys think.
You're about to say something though. Sorry for cutting you off.
Me?
Yeah. Do you remember what you were going to say?
Well, I was going to say, one thing I'd like to touch on too for tonight is ideas of topics and or guests that you guys might want for the next couple guest lectures, next couple months.
Right. So I actually never sent that out, but I do have a list from months back. Let me see if I could pull that up.
Yeah. If you don't mind, copy and paste it and just throw it in the chat. And if you guys have any other topics or guests you want to hear from, throw something in the chat there and we'll kind of keep a tally. We'll keep a list and I'll see if I can't fill those voids with some solid guests over the next couple months. Seems like it's been working fairly well though, with like 1 guest speaker a month, 1 guest lecture, try to keep it on the 4th Tuesday of every month.
4th Tuesday is good.
Seems like it's been working out okay. I mean, obviously this one, Josh had to move it to next week, but we had that opening for the business meeting anyway. So it didn't matter, we could interchange them.
Boom. I'm about to just drop the list right here.
Thank you.
We had a bunch that I apologize for holding on to that.
No, that's okay. This is good. Again, the more the merrier. So if you guys have other ideas, if you have other people, this is good stuff here. I've got a good one for Web3 and for crypto.
Yeah, we had a lot of crypto interest in the group. That gets everybody riled up, but nobody wants to talk about it right now. So,
oh, yeah. It's on fire sale right now. So
Would be the time to talk about it.
I understand. I hear you. Podcast. That's a good one. I could do podcasts, but maybe you want to hear from someone else. Actually, we could get Jimmy McKay to come on and do podcasts. You don't want to hear me.
Yeah, let's do Jimmy. I mean, I love you. We always got you around though.
Well, exactly. You hear my voice too much during the semesters, so we'll get a real pro on like Jimmy. He would be glad to do it.
I have a therapist that I used to work for. He at his clinic, they actually just recently went from being like privately owned for about 20, 30 years to just recently franchising. I don't know if that would be a topic that would be interested, like just the difference between franchising and, you know, kind of.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Having that mindset.
No, that sounds lovely. If you'd want to get that, like open up that line of communication, Khalil, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What about this is just kind of random out there, but Dr. Bazama had talked a little bit about doing a workshop in the near future where we could kind of get together, maybe, you know, even, you know, virtually or in person. You know, if there's a weekend where a lot of the cohorts are in town anyway, we could work on like small groups to kind of get together and talk about starting a business, you know, even if it's just an idea and you want to kind of start and see what it would look like and run with it, or even if it's just a fictional, you know, business, or, you know, just something that somebody wants to try to, you know, get ready and prepped for, you know, when it comes to graduation time, or even now, you know, start a business as a student. I've seen a lot of the stretch labs and stretch health and wellness type gigs out there. Like people are starting businesses as personal trainers and stretch experts without any real, you know, licensing or anything needed. You know, I mean, if personal trainers can do it, I guess, you know, I don't see any reason why a physical therapy student couldn't do it, you know? So if there's any business ideas that you guys have, or if you want to, you know, like I said, do it individually or in small groups, you know, Dr. Bazama had a great idea to try to run a workshop like that where we can kind of poke in and, you know, answer questions and help you kind of formulate what it might look like to get a small business off the ground. So we could talk about that. Maybe that's an annual thing we do too, you know, business workshopping 101 or something like that. Real estate, that's a good one.
I don't know if you could reach out to Gerald Peters, Dr. Phil. You might have more pull than I have. I already tried.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. He puts out amazing content.
Yeah.
He's from Texas too.
Yeah. You guys know Alex Hermosi? So Alex Hermosi is a gym owner who he went through ClickFunnels and he won the 2 Comma Club award, which 2 Comma Club might be 3 Comma Club. He sold $100 million through his funnel on ClickFunnels. And a lot of that was right time, right place, right person too, though. And Alex Hermosi has a book out. He's got 2 books. One of them is like how to run a successful gym, and the other one is called $100 Million Offers, right? And essentially what had happened was he showed gym owners how to be successful and how to, you know, run a successful gym, their marketing, and how they need to, you know, if they want to compete against Gold's Gym and the big gyms, here's how you have to do it, right? Very average Joe's dodgeball scenario, right? Well, then what happened was COVID hit, and he pivoted and showed gym owners how to go virtual and go online and survive when they were dying left and right, right? Gyms were just closing down left and right. And because of that, again, his sales just shot through the roof. His new book, $100 Million Offers, is available on Amazon there, but it basically shows you how to craft an offer that's so good that it would be stupid to say no to it, right? So that literally people shouldn't refuse your offer because you've stacked it so well and you've crafted it so well that you're hitting all their pain points. You're showing them the reason that they need whatever service or whatever it is you're providing. I have a meeting with another mastermind group in mid-June or so, and Alex is the guest speaker there. So I could possibly talk to him about coming to talk to us at some point. He's a super busy guy nowadays, so I'm not sure, what kind of availability he would have, but that would maybe be an interesting one. What we could do is like do a group book club where we order the book at the, some point in the year, and then we all read it, and then we have him come in later in the year, like October, November or something like that, and we talk about his book. That I'm sure would help if we're like, hey, we got a group that has 50 students in it and they're all going to read your book and we'd love to come and have you talk about it, something like that. So yeah, that could be an option, could be an idea. Trying to think
I
of
like
who
that a lot.
else. Yeah, because Alex Hermosi is a huge name in the marketing world right now. I mean, he's in health and wellness too because of the gym ownership stuff, but I don't even know that he does gym stuff anymore. I mean, him personally, I don't know I'm sure he owns a couple of gyms at this point, but he's more about marketing. Trying to think of who else we could wrangle in for some.
So do we not have someone lined up right now after Josh Funk? Because if not, I would like to reach out to the Lift ATX gym owner, because he opened up his gym during COVID here in Austin on the east side. And I mean, just being here locally for a while, I've seen like the popularity of that gym,
Mhm.
and he's kind of just built like a community, really, more so than a business. And that's kind of how it's been prospering.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Maybe so what is this? May? Yeah.
Yeah,
So June, see if he wants to come in and talk about community building. That would be cool.
June 21st.
Mhm.
So that'll be one inquiry. I'll get that in this week.
Okay.
I guess, do we need a backup?
I mean, I've got a couple that I can, definitely throw in as a backup if we need to. Don't ever worry about that. Go for try to go for your first choice or two, and then if that falls through, I can kind of fill in the gaps.
Okay, that sounds good.
And the idea of a workshop could be also always kind of like a backup.
Yeah. If we don't get a guest speaker, we can throw the workshop in one of those.
I did the in-person, like if a multitude of cohorts are together, that would be nice to do that in person too.
Yeah, if we're going to really kind of get a little momentum behind some of these other campuses too, that's where a book club could be a pretty cool experience as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to invite all the campuses next Tuesday as well. I mean, they should already have the invite, but I'll make sure to do that. Does anyone have any questions or like grievances? Take that as a no, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, if there's anything you guys want to know about just in general, by all means, feel free to ask. We'll, be glad to answer any questions that you have, anything that you may be working on your business or your ideas. That's what we're here for, is to kind of
actually,
work as a group.
Tyler, oh, sorry, Dr. Phil. I spoke to Tyler. I don't know if you can hear me, but he spoke in the group chat before about how he's had some success with like options trading. So I know I spoke to him if he ever wanted to get like a little presentation together on his experiences and what he knows. That's something that we could set up as well.
Oh yeah, I'm on. I can hear you.
Yeah. Did you like that idea?
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Yeah, no rush, honestly. Whenever you feel like you have time to set something up or you've prepared something, feel free to send it over and we can just schedule it amongst everybody when it would fit best, to make most of your time.
Okay.
Sweet. Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there to kind of like speak it into existence.
Oh, yeah,
And-
yeah.
If we're doing kind of presentations from within the group too,
Right. That's more content for us.
yeah, and I think those are even ones we could pre-record, release it out on the YouTube channel, and just say, hey, everybody, group member, let's say just Jose or whatever came up with this idea. Here's his little business. Here it is, and boom, you put it up on the YouTube channel, just as a wide open, anybody can watch, open access type thing, And it's also a good way to start growing the YouTube channel a little bit as well. We want content over and above what we're just putting out for the 12, guest lectures every year.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then if anyone, feels like they feel like a certain level of expertise or something, yeah, step up and let's do the same thing.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to present on your business that you're currently running, that'd be cool,
I know we got Terrell here. He's a business owner.
Yep. Yeah, here's what we're working on now, Here's my business so far, here's the model. Here's how I started. Here's where I'm going. Here's the vision. It's one of those things where you can definitely learn ideas from other people. Most businesses, and I say this a lot, but most businesses are more alike than they are different. So even if it's a personal trainer business versus like an online, copywriting business, let's say, you can still learn a lot from each other, whether it be customer service or marketing or, just great ideas in general. Anything else? Any other questions, comments, concerns? We've got a pretty good list now of topics and guests that we can reach out to. And I like the idea, like I said, of, I think we should probably, put the meeting minutes together in a little bit of a review format this time, but we can kind of show like, hey, look, we're looking for 3 meetings, 1 per trimester, plus a 4th to wrap everything up. We're looking at group members presenting on their businesses and what's working or not working for them. Maybe the story of how it began to where they're at now to where they're looking to go, their vision, right? And then we're looking for, 12 monthly speakers, right? 1 per month. And then, the workshop as an option as well. And then anything else that we can do to kind of help you guys out and facilitate, your knowledge in business and marketing and moving things along, Sound like a plan?
Yeah, sounds good, Dr. Phil. Thank you guys for being
Okay.
here. Pretty good turnout today for our business meeting. All of this has been recorded, so I'm definitely going to share it. I know a couple people kind of jumped in late, but we did go over a few important things that we're working on and we would love for everybody to be involved with. So definitely check out that recording. I'll share that as soon as I can.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of interaction do you guys have with the other campuses, like students on the other campuses? Do you know people there? Are you friends with them at all? Is it completely non-existent or like what,
Island. We're on an island, Dr. Phil.
Yeah. It's hit or miss, huh?
From an SBTA standpoint, so on the SBTA side, the Austin SBTA, we have tried to start this project. It's a going project, but we're trying to build a mission statement for the SBTA. In the SBTA, we want that mission statement to be the same mission statement across all campuses because we all attend the same university per se. So our SBTA kind of took head on it, and it's been a challenge to say the least to get feedback from other campuses because there's some campuses they do elections every trimester, which I think is weird. We or trimester election. So it has been difficult to get point of contact because they're constantly changing on the student side, and then we've had a little bit of difficulties on the professor side as well. But I think we do have a contact list somewhere. I don't know how to access SharePoint. People say they throw things on SharePoint, and I don't know what they mean. But
yeah, SharePoint's a beast.
There's a list of contacts for the other campuses on the student side on the SharePoint. So if I can find that, I'll shoot to Jose, and that might help get the ball rolling as well.
All right, very cool.
from a STIG standpoint, like Steve and I with Sports SIG, like when we first started to get this started up, like how y'all are doing it to get the expansion, it was kind of tough. But once we got the network up, it's been a community meet. Like we once a trimester, we meet with all officers at all 5 campuses, at least just to say,
Nice.
hey, this is what we're doing, this is
Yeah.
what they're doing. We attend each other's stuff, and like the communications there, having the big community group chat that everyone in the entire university is a part of, and then having our each individual chats. I mean, once it's up and running, it's fantastic. But once it's like
Getting
trying
there.
to get it going, it's kind of a pain.
John's a subject matter expert. Sports SIG is doing really well.
Yeah.
All that stuff is huge. Very cool.
Excellent. Speaking of Sports SIG, Sean, I'll send you an email. Dr. David Myers would be a good one for you guys. He was the PT for the St. Louis Cardinals, and now he's for the New York rugby team, whatever the pro rugby team is up there in New York. And he's big into like mindset and the mental aspect of coming back after an injury. So he'd be a good one. I just talked to him the other day.
That'd be awesome. Like I'll let y'all know a little bit, but we have a good friend of mine who's in the MBA. He's going to be coming at the end of June on sports science. I know that's been like a big topic right now, and just all professional sports just in general. And it seems that PTs are kind of taking that charge along with strength and conditioning professionals.
Nice.
So
I like that. I like hearing that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So I think that we should put that on the menu too, is having one meeting a year for all the officers of the 5 campuses for the BEPP sake.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got to get everybody formalized first, but again, we're shooting for September 1 of this year. Everybody's paperwork in, submitted, done, good to go. So that, and again, I think I still need to follow up with Cecilia and just make sure. I don't know if she's still the one that's doing it. It sounds like there's more people coming on board underneath her. So we'll talk to her and just see if she is indeed the one that's going to be handling new versions of the SIGs. But if she is the one, then again, we're going to kind of give her a heads up. Hey, this is coming down the pipeline. Here's 4 more campuses that are doing the same thing we are. What do you need from us? When do you need it? How can we help make it easier for you? Just let us know. But I think Dr. Bazama and Jose have been doing a great job so far getting the professors interested. They're open to it. Now we just got to start getting the list of students, but 10 students really should be a breeze. I don't think that should be a problem.
Yeah, now the Miami one should be up by the end of this try.
Awesome.
I had a question. I'm just wondering, is there something across all of the PT programs that student officers share in terms of any meetings, any trainings, any networking, any event, anything like that?
Sounds expansive.
isn't they have that iLearn calendar? Isn't that like the new thing the university's been pushing out to like?
That could be good.
Because I know I can't remember her name. She works. Oh man, I can forward you an email. She's like one of the directors with them or one of the leads. Anytime I've sent stuff out to Suzanne Harbison to send stuff around the entire campus, she usually sees me and says, hey, do you want me to throw this on the iLearn calendar? And it's just another way that everyone can see it on that calendar. I guess that's the new system.
I know who you're talking about. Why can't I think of her name? It's not Barbara Fraulinger. It's the other one. It's
Yeah.
Oh gosh, not Emily. Erin? No.
Jennifer
McGee. No, it's McGee, right?
Elizabeth McGee.
Elizabeth McGee. Is that the one?
Let me see here. No, Julia Ebner.
Julia Ebner is kind of the
she's
lead
the
for iLearn.
library, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's been the one that always asks me like if we want to put our stuff on that calendar, and she can throw it right on there for us.
Okay.
And
That's a good
iLearn
one.
could be an interesting avenue. And it's just an idea, but I think that there's an opportunity here for some leadership of special interest groups as well as student officers to come together on maybe some type of networking event or something, and it could be virtual, but that could foster some connection among the different campuses.
Yeah. Yeah, like I know you guys use like Group Me and like some of the chat apps and things like that. Do any of those overlap other campuses, or is that mainly just for Austin's campus stuff?
For both AOMSIG and SportsSig, we have like one major group me that has everybody. So anybody that's a part of the University of St. Augustine, they can hop onto that one and see what all the campuses are doing. So like normally we'll post like Miami had something recently, they posted on there, and then we did too, and then San Marcos, and everyone kind of throws it on there. And then
Okay.
we then have our own individual chapter campuses. But yeah, we do have like, we call it the community like group me, where it's
Okay.
all 5 campuses.
Would we be able to get in on that?
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
Like
specific
it,
to that?
so okay, so you're just talking about like creating like a whole, that'd be awesome. Actually, that's actually really good. Just
I mean,
I like that idea.
yeah.
Just maximize.
And
Yeah.
that could be an interesting concept from business and entrepreneurship. Special interest
Yeah.
group invites all student officers and all student special intergroups officers to connect in this network.
Yeah. We could even do a presentation. Like I'd be glad to talk about networking. I
Networking, yeah.
preach that you guys should be, networking before you even got into PT school. But if not, day one is the rest of your life right there. You got to start there and just network the heck out of things, because that's how I've gotten almost every job I've gotten since I've graduated. I can't think of one job that I got that I filled out an application for, So I think maybe we do like a quick presentation on networking, and then we literally network.
Drop it.
We open it up and go into small groups and chat, and like a speed dating thing, right? And then we switch small groups a couple times, get to know each other, get to know areas of interest, who can help who with what, who's working on what kind of projects, that kind of thing.
That'd be kind of cool. You guys can open up like little rooms for everyone to like rotate through and kind of shoot the breeze a little bit.
Yeah,
Doesn't
actually,
matter.
that would be cool. We have maybe one either professor or somebody who's got an area of expertise, and they stay in each room, and we just rotate through the groups, rotate through the rooms to learn about that area, something like that.
Yeah, breakout rooms. Yeah, they did something similar for the American Academy of Sports Physical Therapy. I can't remember the name of the product. I'm sure it costs a good amount of money, but they had like, it's like a virtual conference where you can literally jump from table to table.
Yes. What was the name of that thing? I was a part of one when we were in COVID. Super cool though. You had like a little avatar and you walked around, and
you go to different floors and then like sit at different tables with different experts in different areas. So,
all right. Well, we've got some food for thought now. I'm trying to think of the name of that platform. Wasn't Go Passage, wasn't Hoppier. I don't know. The other one I was thinking about too that we might want to look into having on eventually is Pat Flynn. For those of you guys who know Pat Flynn, he's the smart passive income guy. He's been doing a podcast for a decade or so on, passive income and stuff like that. And he's based out of San Diego. And I'm wondering if I just joined his Mighty Networks smart passive income group or whatever it is. It's like a monthly membership thing. And I'm wondering if we can't maybe get him to talk at CSM in February, since it's in San Diego, even if it's for like the private practice section or something like that. And then we have maybe a little St. Augustine offshoot, like maybe the night before he comes to the St. Augustine alumni dinner or schmooze fest, whatever that is. And then maybe we have him do a talk live for anybody attending CSM, but then also we stream it for everybody else, through St. Augustine. So that could be a fun one too, if we could get him on. Just have to figure out a way.
I work for Tim Kennedy, I don't know how to really describe him. He is like an American hero. He's used to do MMA, and he literally just starts businesses. He does self-defense classes, and they travel to put those on. And then he just opened a private school and just did, he opened a jiu-jitsu gym here, and he literally comes up with the idea, and me and his wife figure it out pretty much. Like we figure out the business side of it. So I think that would be kind of cool if I can get him to come on and talk. He does have a book, so maybe we can like do the book club idea, or some other way to kind of get him to come on. But he's really nice. He's just super busy. That's the only thing. So I can ask him about that.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that we try to do our guest lectures the fourth Tuesday of every month gives hopefully enough time if we say like, hey, 6 months from now, are you available October, November on these 2 days? That, that usually gives people that, like Kelly Starrett, right? We talked to him months in advance to get him on. So that worked out well. We gave him plenty of time to put it in his schedule. People like that who are super busy, usually if you give them enough lead time and they're, able, they'll do it. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Add them to the list. And if we don't get them this year, we can come back next year. We're not going anywhere. We're just getting started. So
now you got to make that happen, Nancy.
We got to bring some incentive somehow.
Right. How can we provide value,
But he's really down to earth, and he likes to give back. And I mean, I obviously know him personally, so I don't think it would be a big deal.
Awesome.
But he's still military, so that's the only thing about scheduling ahead too.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I think usually when you mention that it's for a student group that's interested in business and entrepreneurship, that usually people are usually pretty good about giving back to those kind of groups. So you guys are the future. So we got to educate you right, or else it's could be bad news. You've seen what we've done to the world so far. So you guys got to make it a little bit better.
He let me tag along to some of his physical therapy sessions too. So
nice.
Yeah, that was cool. So he'll probably, he was supposed to do a documentary on his rehab. I don't know if he's still doing that. So we'll see.
That'd be cool. It's like that Alex Smith documentary, man. That thing was pretty amazing. It's cool to see documentaries like that. I nerd out on that stuff. All right. I think we got some good ideas. I think we got to, like I said, put together a list of, minutes for tonight, and then what our vision looks like moving forward. Luckily, again, we're the first ones doing this. So, we get to create it and say, hey, here's how we're doing it. If you guys want to do this, you can too. You can do it your own way. So the other campuses coming on have that option, which is nice. You guys are the trendsetters. Anything else for the night?
I'm all good on my end.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you, everybody.
Spread the
Keep up
word.
good
Get
work.
everybody coming out. Let's get some good attendance.
Yeah, I think our high has been 50 for Kelly